Hi, Tom Bush, owner of the Front Range Birding Company, and with you here on another Bird Walk trailer series that we do here right at the store. You know, one of the things I'm really proud of that we do at Front Range Birding is we partner with other great organizations like the Audubon Society of Greater Denver. Now, what we do on an annual basis with them, one of our great trips, is to Walden, Colorado. Now, that's up in North Park, and it's an overnight trip, but it's really a special thing. We start that trip right here in Denver, and we meet up in Empire, Colorado. And if you've been to Empire, you know there's a place there called the Peck House. And at the Peck House, they have this front porch full of hummingbird feeders, and that's where we meet to start that trip, and we see probably 3 or 4 different hummingbird species just to begin that trip. From the Peck House, we truck up through Grand Lake and the Windy Gap Reservoir, where we pick up a lot of different species, and on to Walden, where the Arapahoe National Wildlife Refuge is, and reservoirs like the Walden Reservoir, Johns Reservoir. And the next day we are back into Denver, over Cameron Pass, through Poudre Canyon, and back home. In that short span of just 72 hours, we saw 96 species of birds. And I think, Chip, you've been up there too at what is it, the Arapahoe National Wildlife Refuge, and that's a great place for a motor tour, isn't it?
It certainly is, yeah. In fact, I remember many years ago, when right after I first moved to Colorado, got some live birds right there. I saw my first sage thrasher at Arapahoe National Wildlife Refuge. Last year, they actually had redneck grebes that were breeding at Arapahoe National Wildlife Refuge. You know, there's actually a really good spot for greater sage grouse in that area, the Colmont Lek, and then after you leave Walden and head up towards Cameron Pass, the Moose Visitor Center is right there for the State Forest State Park, and that's been a phenomenal place to get birds really year-round. So they've had some three-toed woodpeckers right there at the Moose Visitor Center, and lots of other great birds like pine grosbeaks and all. And then, of course, all the way down the Poudre Canyon. I spent a lot of years birding that area when I was in grad school at CSU. Lots and lots of dippers along the river there. So, phenomenal trip.
Every one of those places you mentioned, we stop on that trip. And one of the reasons we go there, and we go there in late July, is because the grebes are just coming off the nest, and one of the special things we like to see is the baby grebes on the backs of their parents as they're out there swimming in the water. And we'll see that at the Walden Reservoir and at Johns Reservoir, and I think it's just a lot of oohs and ahs from everybody that goes.
Definitely. So great to partner with folks from Audubon Society of Greater Denver too. They've been a wonderful collaborator for sure on those field trips.
Exactly. Now, like you know, we don't just do bird walks in the Denver area, we actually do trips, and we do those through partnerships with the Audubon Society of Greater Denver and others like the Denver Field Ornithologists and the Rocky Mountain Bird Observatory. So come out and join us on one of our trips. You can find out about those trips right here at the store, or actually go to each one of those and become a member of the Audubon Society of Greater Denver yourself. Love to see you out here on one of our walks. Take care.